Hey everyone, and thanks for checking out another video. Today we're in Southern California at the West Colton Yard west of San Bernardino. This facility was built by the Southern Pacific Railroad in 1972 and now operated by the Union Pacific. It was created to replace SP's Taylor Yard in the Los Angeles area. I tried to record some of the radio traffic, but my scanner kept getting stuck on a certain channel that just had nothing but static on it, so I wasn't able to salvage much of the audio. Here's a look at the yard when it was first created. It looks very similar, except for a few additional tracks and structures, and maybe a few removed. Here's a map showing how everything is laid out. Everything starts in the receiving yard to the west. The bypass tracks are to the north of the yard. You can see the hump lead coming off at an angle before leading to the classification bowl. The car service area is on the south side of the yard. Here's a look at the car service facilities. You can also see the locomotive service area on the far side of the yard. I've never seen this yard in action before, so I'm not sure if they're adding or pulling up those tracks in the middle. Hopefully some folks will comment on what's going on. It may have just been the day I was here, which was a Thursday in early January, but I expected the yard to be a little busier. But then again, I guess a lot of what goes through here is intermodal traffic that just passes by. Alright, let's see some humping. I'm going to speed most of this video up, but I will put the regular speed footage in a separate video if you just want to see it in real time. We've got some auto racks being sorted. The pin puller gets set up in between the cars and matches their speed. Notice how it keeps pulling up on the release pin. He's cutting 3 cars, so I'm guessing the cars will actually separate a little earlier than if it was just one car being pulled away. If you look closely, you can see the retarder applying pressure against the wheels to keep the cars at a certain speed. A question that pops up in the comments frequently is why sometimes cars will be cut individually and all go to the same track versus what we're seeing here. The short answer is it all comes down to weight and what the retarders can handle. A fully loaded car will need more pressure to slow it down compared to an empty one. So if you're seeing single cars being sorted and going to the same track, just assume that they're loaded. And if you see multiples being cut together, it's a safe bet to say that they're empty. The physics of sorting cars over hump really are interesting and such a great idea.
Lou lined you up past Cedar.
Yeah, the signal back.
I'll call him. Hold on.
Alright, here we go.
It's a pretty funny conversation there, Dingle Weird.
This shows the control tower and administrative offices for the yard on the left. Those are the San Bernardino Mountains in the distance.
For one, you gotta take your train and shove it. For two, ask the herder what you gotta call him when you're in there, okay? Call me. Home.
Like, San Gabriel Sub, BNSF 7751.
Here's a look at the more than 2-mile long receiving yard. This 6-mile facility is just south of the 10 freeway and is one of the largest on the West Coast. It looks like there are currently 8 receiving tracks with 2 bypass tracks closest to the freeway. Satellite images show there were 9 yard tracks before this construction started. The construction looks like Union Pacific is adding more capacity or maybe upgrading the tracks in that area. From there, the trains are sorted through the fully automated hump. I couldn't find the height of the hump though, but it does have a 6% slope leading to the 65 bowl tracks.
I just sent you a crossing for Beach Avenue. Did you get that? Alright, ready for a read back when you got it.
Changing a few things up here because the train on one slope.
You cross over file, thanks.
400, if you see nothing, then you're protected everywhere. Okay, never mind. They just cleared, so you saw nothing.
I frequently see Union Pacific locomotives in my area, mainly on Norfolk Southern trains, but usually it's only the mainline power, not like these SD40-2s rolling by.
Crest, we're going up and around for something? No, have you break for lunch here at 1:15.
I'd love to know what you think of this yard compared to the other ones that we've seen in my previous videos. Here we see more auto racks being sorted.
Inbound Inglewood Crest, over. Game plan here, over.
Oh, Sierra and Shove 202, active zone 203.
Active zone 203.
That is correct. Paperwork shows to be conventional. Is that what you got?
No, we got Duper on the rear. Kind of hoping to pull in, but I guess you can't take us that way up.
I couldn't see whether this train was coming off the Yuma subdivision or if it came over the Cajon Pass on the Mojave sub. 7432 is listed as a General Electric AC45 CCTE. That's apparently the same as an ES44AC, but with traction control software. It's followed by an EMD SD70M, and lastly, 6270 is another GE, this time an AC44CW.
I got both here, so 201 is clear, but I got a giant CI.
Okay, no worries.
Hey, Freeman, for what it's worth, Melinda tried.
I know she did. I told her to buy a new Corvette, but she said nah.
Yeah, Mama tried. She said, please, she begged back. Couldn't do it this time.
I told her, I said, all right, let me call the Chevy dealership and get that Corvette taken off the list.
I didn't keep an eye on it, but I believe this train kept on going west.
Yeah, OPCC here. I got a train alert. I've got one hazmat car that's been resequenced in your train. Let me know when you're ready to copy over. All right, this car, it's gonna, from the head in, it's your 80th head, well, let's see, it was your 80th head car.
Here we get a better view of the hump retarder.
It's a TILX, Tango India Lima X-ray, 352008. That car has been resequenced to now your 79th, 79 from the head over. This car is actually showing about 4 from that mid-dupe there over.
We'll follow along as these tank cars head into the bowl.
You can get there to Rancho. I'll have another crossing for you.
Permit 209996. I imagine you got that DPU all locked up and the window shut and locked and everything. Yeah, anyway, that's where it's at. 80 to 79 over.
1054 1054, that's your TBA.
Yeah, back down. Back down.
713, 704, approach medium. Let's head over to 72.
Here, 248 over. Go ahead.
30.
So, Mariloma manifest side? Let me check on something. Which way can you come out?
DNS 15 over.
Hang tight. I'll get right back to you.
Welcome to my world.
And you said bottom of the B yard over?
08, bottom restricting, west Riverside over.
There you can see some of the locomotives in the diesel service area. It looks like this group of bowl tracks has been cut off. I was reading that Union Pacific is adding an intermodal facility to the yard. My guess is this is where it's going to be located.
15, one time. Bring it back half for a hook.
Now go ahead.
Alright, MYR, is the 2632 needs to be an east facer. How you want to do it, because it sounds like we're going to have to go to the Y.
Just settle.
General is all over him.
Crew release 815, I'm off last
Main arrow.
Signal to come out of 115. Alright, hold on. You might as well two-step reservoir then.
Eyeball, diamond lane, I guess, for the 40 lead.
Just do that. I'm moving stuff. I make magic happen. Get a light out. We'll two-step reservoir. You'll have to follow Metro.
157 red zone, center conductor 205.
Roseville, you should have it right up there, the utilities. Yeah, just call them on 50-50.
Picking up.
Bringing your way, conductor on the point. Approaching out.
To be there. He goes by number 2. You're the shit. I mean, that's why you go by number 2.
Hey, that's pretty funny.
I know.
That's 244 over.
LOB 86 line and lock, backtrack at Beaumont. How long before you guys be heading back west? Over. 15, all right, sounds good. Give me a shout there. Appreciate it, over.
Here we see the trio of locomotives pushing those cars over the hump. I believe this is all remote controlled by the pin puller at the hump. Speaking of, there are some workers in whatever that is to the left of the tracks. I believe the building to the right is what's known as the crest conductor's office. Here's what it looked like shortly after the hump yard opened. My guess is that this has been automated and those jobs are long gone. You can also see the number board for the cars that are being sorted. Unfortunately, the way LEDs work does not mix well with fast shutter speeds on cameras. That's why you can't read anything on the board.
I appreciate it. The UP Southwest 241.
1008, approach medium, signal 8, over. Emergency clear at signal 704, channel 71.
Exit 1108, 1108, measure TBA, Tango Bravo Alpha. That is correct. You're waiting on 3 call.
This is pretty fascinating to me. Watch as these tank cars head to the right. The auto racks are sticking out behind their designated track. I wonder if the crew ever has to call for some help and push cars further onto the track to clear the way.
Happy New Year, Tom. 201. Come on. Winky dinky. Come on. Copy.
That's the Cedar Avenue Bridge these cars are going under.
15, the Virgin Clear West Dallas roll.
708, FDAX 896 East, calling ML 5086, over.
ML 5086, using track bulletin, form B271 on the pairs valley sub, that's 708 with SCAX 896 East. And that's our head flag, I'm Alpha 71.7 without stopping, maximum authorized speed, that's good for all tracks.
Copy, thank you. Metrolink 708 with the SCAX 896 East, using, talking to Foreman 5086, using form B number 271 on the Paris Valley sub. Permission through your limits. Permission to patch your red flag posted. Milepost 71.7. Max speed, no stop, good for all tracks, over.
As this crew winds down its cut of cars, the other crew is likely heading to get a new string to sort. Looks like a little debrief before they head to the receiving yard.
We got a rating on that third one?
Copy, thank you. Correct on the repeat. Metrolink 708, high bottle form B, over.
ML 5045 with Series shot. BNSF CP704 to CP Citrus, over.
37.
By, they got a pin to replace.
Alright. Tom, you need a few more to clear the west end, and you got 114 for tail. Just pull it up to the line, to the spot line there, and that should be fine.
Couple more. One more.
Roseville, you got the winker. I'll run you back T06.
Cars, they're all on my side. If you want to walk up there to the line, we can do what we got to do.
I'm all in.
Room do I have on the west end there, 201?
You got 5 cars.
Let's shove back here to clear up this line here.
Copy. I got you plenty different 5.
We're in the clear there. Shove it back about half a car.
Englewood, come on, there's your winker, 202. No zone. Sorry, zone down, zone down.
And with those last few coil cars, our crew's finished, at least with that cut of cars. Hopefully they get a decent break before doing it all over again. I wonder how many steps the pin puller gets in an average day.
Zone down, thank you.
Okay, what can I do for you?
Well, we're taking off to A&R. We're going to set 10 cars over to there, and then
Here we see the back of the crest conductor's office. It says West Colton. The white placards say, from the top down, total humped, third shift, first shift, and second shift. We'll head down to the departure yard in just a bit.
Dispatcher 248, over.
A conductor and engineer hop on board the lead locomotive here and pull forward. Those sure are some heavily graffitied engines.
I'm set now, I'll get you going.
Alright, yeah.
You go a little
Here we see another crew on the move.
Tom, you see on section, go east one more.
They clear this switch, and then I'm not sure if this is radio controlled or what, but watch this switch reverse itself.
There you go, hen dog. Alright, Tom, you're good right there. Stand by for a minute. Those roundhouse foreman over. Done in the clear over here, bottom of the Y over.
Copy, thank you, sir.
I love yards because you can see so much of how railroads operate and what it takes to make sure everything runs smoothly. The conductor signals the engineer, and once these couple, you'll see the engineer stretch to make sure it's a good connection.
NSF, Cone DS to the NSF 64, 36 West, over. 7119, over.
I'm about 314, pulling up the right now.
Right. Watch for lights, over. The former Vasquez, over. Right here comes Foothill, reverse east end, thanks, over.
Beautiful job. Get it, let me get that zone. Say that again?
Here's another view of the control tower and admin offices. This is a picture of what it looked like when it was first opened. Your cell phone probably has more computing power than what's in that whole room. I believe those are concrete ties on the flat cars.
Beautiful job. Johnny didn't take it already. Let me get that zone. Johnny's got it, Big Daddy. Copy that. Got you lined up to bowl 11. Need to give 11 a start and then 33 a start. 733.
I'm not sure, but I believe these cars may have ended up on the wrong track and need to be sorted again.
Eyeball, Tom.
Got the winker?
You got the winker, eyeball.
250 P2170.
Go ahead, over.
Yes, sir, we're pulling east to,
Alright, here we go.
House Foreman.
Go ahead, Tom. 06, come on out, power ahead, just against 05.
We're on the west end, so tell me what you want to do here and where do you want to put them?
How long till I see you, Tom? 40 good.
About 5 minutes.
Yeah, come on, let 504 out. Then you could come into 504, drop them off, and get out of 503. Copy?
Out 503. Here we come. I'll call you when I get to the lead there.
That's pretty incredible. They can send 4 auto racks over the hump without any trouble.
Copy that.
Thanks, buddy.
Copy that, Tom.
Hey, Johnny, here we go.
I'm not sure where these came from, but they pushed those other auto racks that were out a little too far deeper into the bowl.
17, the bro, 539.8 main track. 1 now.
The 40 wood.
There you go, Rosa.
Yes, sir.
I love you.
I love you.
Aw.
You more.
I don't think so.
I think so.
I noticed something moving at the top of the screen. It's an eastbound intermodal.
Obviously not today. Have a safer one.
Check this out. You can barely see it, but there's a heritage unit there with a Southern Pacific paint scheme.
No, sir, you haven't.
28, press.
2020, Inglewood.
These engines are on their way to the diesel service area, I think.
Go ahead, Tom.
I have all the winker.
No, stand by. He said he's gonna move some. He's gonna move C4 first, or C2 out the way first.
Okay. Stand by. See that.
A wider view shows a waiting westbound mixed freight.
Hey, what about 5 more? 5 to go, Inglewood. Inglewood. Ready to go, Inglewood. Down to Inglewood. Stop.
More yard power. I'm not sure where these guys came from, though.
What was that, 33?
30.
This crew's working the bowl yard. They go in and pull out the sorted blocks of cars and put them together so they can head off to their next destination.
Yeah, when do you think you'll depart? Do you have time for it? Did you contact the dispatch? Yes, contact the dispatcher.
9035, over.
9035, go ahead.
Talk to the herder. I think they want you to shove in your train eastward of Cedar. Over. Colton set up.
Get a van here at the west end of 202 to take us back to the head end, over.
Sure, no van, sure.
Looks like that intermodal train is heading to the Yuma subdivision.
Pull west of Cedar and talk to the herder.
Alright, well I hope you enjoyed a look at the bowl and the hump in action. Now let's take a look around the facility and see what else is here. First up, the diesel repair facility.
Here we go. 250.
Roseville conductor, I got some brake set there.
There you go.
I got to figure it out.
49. 39.
Yeah.
Mo Money's pulling up to Cedar right now. He says hi.
Around.
Yeah, he says to give you a big hug.
These maintenance away vehicles are always so unique looking. They always remind me of European locomotives. This is a weed sprayer. What do you think? Next up is the locomotive service area. I was disappointed to only spot one heritage unit this day. I hope to at least see one or two in here. The diesel service area can hold nearly 100 locomotives. It has a fuel pad, inspection pits, sanding towers, washing facility, and an emissions tester to provide reports on the health of these diesel engines. That Y is used to turn the locomotives for their next trip.
I ate these bike gear forever. He's pulling up to Cedar right now. Very low loss.
On a hold down.
There are those two graffitied engines again.
The 39?
Reporting down test.
Performing down test.
Train. D7, operator A is down. P1867 down test complete.
Good down test, 1867.
Glad to be back.
Let's do a 0499. Got a light set on the bottom zone for you.
2499, copy.
I'll stop. Copy. Thank you. Herder CI. Highball Cedar, if I didn't say so already.
I'm not sure what's going on here, but I believe this may be an arriving train that will cut itself down into 2 or 3 sections to be humped.
Highball Cedar.
Although seeing those locomotives facing the cars like that, I think this may be the rear of the train, so I don't know what's going on. This is the car service area. It can handle as many as 500 cars.
Herder, C2 when you guys are ready, Highball. Roseville, Highball, 310. Time down, leave them running. Roseville, Highball Pepper, 310. Time down, leave them running, please.
Here's another one of those maintenance away vehicles. This is the geometry car. It uses cameras and lasers to measure track geometry and keep it safe for everyone.
Hey, go in the air, hey, head. About 7 or so to get over. Moving. Actually, like 3 more. Stop, switch something.
Also, I've moved spots. I'm now set up on the east end of the yard on the South Pepper Avenue Bridge. That's the 14-track departure yard we're looking at. There were several other Railfans here when I arrived. I believe those are the 5 locomotives we saw earlier hooking up to their train.
We'll get them out there, thank you.
B2, Foreman clear red zone 307, A-head. A-head. Head! 5R trim yard, over. Wes, do you have anything going at 21 anytime soon? Yeah, just leave the skates on, lock it up. I just put those calls over there for now. All right, thank you.
like that switch that you just went over. Go towards 207, leave room for your GPU. Just turn for E-move. Please. Yeah, there's a work train towards the west end of that 207. Tell him you could have just went around with the pocket there.
C2 down there. 2 line up on your point, back up 15, 1-5.
Lined up 15, 1-5.
2-8.
5 on the hit.
Go to the right at this next one up here.
12 over.
Got the FWLA shoving into bowl 1. So I need you to peel the dupers off of bowl 1 when you're done with that Euromol power.
Okay, DPU's off of bowl 1.
Also, it looks like the crew from the 5 other locomotives on screen are getting picked up by a crew van.
What was that?
You want me to call 40?
I'll call 50. Give me a second.
I'm sorry, 50.
Ready to come back out Pedley Y and head to the east extension, correct? 596 Pedley Y has authority to enter main 1. Proceed west. Proceed west. Here comes that PTC, and we'll get you lined into the east extension.
You got Big Dog out there today.
I was hoping. Right on. Thanks, Johnny. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right, copy.
25R that hurt her. 20 lead, 303, please.
I got Cedar.
He already told you that? Whoever was before me said crew change Cedar?
No, we're not told. We just wondering if we can put it on Cedar.
Hey, I'm gonna drop Fontana, come up to Cedar. Let me see if I can find that crew. Here we go. Come on up to Cedar.
Copy that, coming over to Cedar. Alright, we could use the ladder. We're switching right now. Let me see where the C-Job's at. C-Job, we're gonna run some power down 307. I'm not sure if you guys line that 307 back.
307.
Sanchez coming over.
And I guess we're using the top leg of the Y, and then we're going to shove the cars. What track we're shoving these cars into?
Did you already go to A&R?
No, we're going to do that first, and then do the shove.
I noticed some movement on the other side of the bridge and rushed to get my camera in position for whatever was heading this way. Luckily, I was able to get my cell phone recording first. It's an intermodal off the Yuma sub.
Okay, you're gonna shove into A&R. Are you pulling any empties out of there? Okay, so shove into A&R and then pull across the top leg and shove those cars top of B9. I made room for it. And then stick that power over top of B8. There's other power up there.
Okay, you keep cutting in and out. You said D9 and power going to?
Top of B8.
B8.
Sure.
Montana, main 1 over.
432 starter.
Alright, up to Fontucky there. I like it, Big Dog. Here we go. Just creep up there if you need to. They just leaving the crew room, so just keep creeping up to Fontana. Here we go, Big Dog. We'll spot you out. Here we go. 9035, MFWLA, over.
432 starter.
1 second, honey.
Yes.
Frame is this?
7432.
Yes, ma'am. We're up here at 207 in the receiving yard on the east end of it, kind of the middle of the yard. See if we can get a pickup to bring us back to the admin.
Honey, I don't have a van available at this moment, but if you give me a few minutes, I'll work you guys in. I promise. You're next on the list. What's your train ID say?
MEWWC of the 30th.
Stand by for a minute, and I'll find you a van, okay?
Okay, thank you. And then also, too, once we get to the admin, we need to get a ride. I don't know if you have one that can take us to ICCF to pick us here, if you don't have a yard van, but we'll need to go to ICCF after we get picked up, over.
How many are in your crew, honey?
3.
They're barely jumping on the power now. Is it one pass you guys got?
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and use 307. I'm going to hold them towards the east end.
E37, good setup.
Roseville.
Board, maybe 15 or so to get over.
Get your head in, 303.
Markers said hold up.
Eyeball, back.
Against your head in, I'm going to have the utility double you guys over.
Copy that, thank you.
Stop it.
Hey, come in, Marlon. Hey, you saw that other derail on our side of the street was on?
Rusty, from right here, I'll need upright 4 more flat cars, and then we'll shove back in, clear up.
Here we see the full maintenance of way train. I'm not sure if they just got back or if they're ready to head out again.
In the air, stretch.
Dispatcher out.
Radio again? I'm hearing like intermittent static. Happy New Year to you, brother.
So stand back a little bit.
Copy, stand by West End 307.
20 on the forward.
And there are 2 BNSF locomotives. Interesting, you don't see very much foreign power here.
Happy New Year to you too.
To the crest over.
Troy, when you're ready, head up for 201.
For 1? Oh my lord, I don't know if I have that much sole up to my shoe.
In fact, actually, it's clearing up right now. There is a track light in that block. I'm going to try and get you a light in there, but just be advised, there is a track light west of 514 there. Thank you, special.
2 more big ones.
Sharon, can you pick up the Inglewood crew off the east end of 207? Take them to that building, please.
There, we'll flag you in. Special.
Couple.
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, I got a right coming the Humping to get us off of so you have to worry about that.
All right, come on back to admin, and I'll have you a van in about 15-20 minutes max, okay?
Awesome, appreciate your help.
Thank you, sir.
Empty is a tonnage over.
Power over. 4596 over.
UP 4596, if you can hear me, maybe go to channel 8 and try and call me. Seems to be some interference on 27.
Copy that.
Thank you. You're the best.
Once we get cleared up here on the 20 lead, we'll need try 303 for tail there.
All right, copy. All right, Troy, eyeball 6.
Right here, honey. What can I do for you?
How much headroom you need?
Fort Worth, LA, Omar.
Go ahead.
All right, when you get a signal, 41.
41.
Hello, Humping, over. Yes, ma'am. You need to do a 360, come back the other way. We're in between, we're these 3 inches sitting here right on the side, just went by.
Guys, are you there right now? And how many are in your crew?
We got a restriction back here, 2 on the point, protecting the shove. Started off with, this was 20, 20.
Restricting signal. 20, here we go, 20. Not there right now, but he's not going to be able to put all of you in a van because he's got another crew.
Looking at those switches, this crew isn't lined to depart. Whatever's on that second to last track has a switch line for their movement. Let's see what happens.
So stand by. Give me a few minutes. What was your UP number again, honey?
05 on the ground back 10, flashing red, zeros it down. Here we go.
Second car's over. Advance approach more to 7.
Yeah, we're ready to cut away and grab our double lower track.
Alright, 301, come on out. Get you against 303.
Alright, okay, come out 301, go up against 303.
We're starting 0.
3030 forward.
Okay, stand by. Go ahead and walk back there for the clip. Just hold on. 12-1-2. Bill's right here.
0-4.
He said we're going to line towards 5 in the A yard. Yeah, go ahead.
30-30.
Well, I just said all the air because you cut me down. So is that okay or? Ahead. Carmen right here.
Clear right ahead. 3-0.
Clear. Hey, here we go. Bill, I think Bill went over towards the B yard. He was right at that crossing.
Line 303, conductor at the point, Carmen's in the clear, shovel back my way, let's start them off 7.
Alright, Carmen in the clear, lined up 303 on the point, back him up 7.
And your driver is mobile 2, Phil.
30-30.
You want to get on? RV2. Forward, good. I got you on the hand if you want to do your hand. 3-0.
Phil, go for 30 on the forward.
Omar, you know when you secure boat 1, 2, and 3, 2 brakes on the east end there?
One more RVB.
One more.
Yes, stretch.
Here's stretch.
The red zone for the conductor and 303.
UP 8747, red zone 10 center, 303 conductor.
We doing on the forward.
330 there, Ross.
Phil, go for 30. 30 over.
Ma'am, Fort Worth 30-30.
Thanks, sir.
RVB, utility attached.
Alright, utility attached RVB.
Inside, I'm back to my seat.
Stand by. Let me grab a switch. That's check for another slip.
We got it.
Alright. Ready? Yeah, go ahead. 3-0.
Phil, go for 30 on the forward.
Diverging approach, lilac it. Keen, I'll sit out when you're ready. Here we go. 819, I'll release on this end, send them up for me, over. Much really, thank you, Wilson.
On the forward.
And a good release. Have all the class 2 and markers, bottle set. All class 2 and markers, set 819 out. Okay, up to West Colton. Where's 5? 7.
Header outbound Roseville 303, when you guys are ready, high ball pepper signal indication.
Alright, eyeball pepper, signal indication. Thank you.
3 or 2?
Let's go 3.
3.
Want me to take you out, Jimmy?
One more.
Last one.
Be back on the clear. Where that'll do?
Oh, we're stopped on this end.
Well, red zone for the kind. Bolt 1.
And send it on the forward, so the conductor in the red zone, boat 1.
No, Marlon. Back 15, one back.
You want me on the inside there at H&R? A&R, excuse me. 6 Kaisers, you need the van inside A&R?
More 6.
Clear now. It's the street right now. I see somebody on the inside of A&R. Is that where I'm going?
Alright, clear zone.
Outside of the track.
Oh, 1, 2.
46.
8 more 6 Kaisers. 1.
In 303, calling van driver David. We're good. Utility is going to take over, so you're good to go. Copy that. Have a good one.
I'm short, copy.
Herder.
Go ahead, RVB.
Cancel that.
Ready, double over.
Copy, eyeball signal indication.
Eyeball send location. REB, utility, we're moving.
Copy that.
Rusty, Swain lead, 303, train ahead, he's starting to pull.
303. See that going for the con, bolt 1. They hit up 2 cars.
Red zone, they had 2 cars. Here we go.
RVB, when I see your rear 20, I'll start cutting you down.
Alright, copy that.
There's 73 cars in that 303.
Alright.
1.5 following.
I tried to make as much room as I could at the top for you guys. It's going to be tight. Down the ladder for me. Yeah, come on down. Yeah, you got plenty of time. We overran. I think it's a track switch, so let me know where we at.
Rusty, stand by where you're at then, because I'm going to have to run them through the 14 pocket towards the Swain lead, because they took that West End 304 switch.
Okie dokie.
Center of 1 car.
Please clear the crossover switch.
What'd you say, Casey?
Trying to see, I think you cleared the crossover switch. You might need, like, to just bunch it up, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it's in the clear to go into 8, but it's not at the spot marker.
Oh, boy.
Not fouling, but...
Coming in the back way to the yard. Making our way to the bottom.
You only got about 1 car. Is that you, Marlon? Yeah, I got eyes on the camera. About 1 engine, maybe, to the clearance mark down at the bottom. 2 cars.
Cars, good separation.
Alright, I got my good eye on it.
Get up top, because it's a little heavy.
Slow.
Yeah, fish in the air.
Feet. And stop.
Yeah, I'm making it mine right now into the bottom.
It's right on the mark. You're good there on the bottom, but it's full up.
Where's a good stopping spot? Is that Omar? That Omar, let me know where's a good spot to stop.
Ross, right here first.
Okay, that'll do.
You only got like maybe 5 feet.
Punch it.
5 feet. As long... I mean...
Hey, Luis, what are your hands? How about gasket?
RVB 20. Yeah, you're moving on the rear. 3 feet. 2 feet. 1. Stop. 15.
Say 500, stand by.
15. 1-5 RVB. Other side 2.
Line me across, stop the play lead.
Hey Casey, so it's a little over on this side and it's a little over on the other side.
We'll go another 10 there, RVB.
RVB 10-10.
Forward, we're showing 70 in the rear, pushing the button.
Approach medium at 12.
No matter what, I'm gonna have to move that car at the bottom then, I guess.
You wanted to just shove it back so it's just on the other side so we know for sure that it's clear on the east end?
That's fine. Fort Worth.
Eyeball.
Oh.
3 RVB.
Give me a set.
Brakes down there, Ben?
Oh yeah, I can hear him. He's stopping. Line up 301.
You got 10 cars in here.
Stop. I'm on your point.
Bravo, the soft colored tag.
Yeah.
Pole 1.
Zone for the con, pole 1.
Clear the zone for the conductor in the red zone, bowl 1. Clear the red zone for the CIT in the bowl, track 1. Forward.
Yeah, Humping, Troy needs an assist, 201.
Go over and talk to the roundhouse woman real quick.
Pick up C2 off the west end of 305 and take them to the east end. Sharon, you copy that? Troy needs an assist.
RVB still got 7.
RVB 7.
Today I have 3 DPUs. I have the headset, the middle set, and the rear set. I would like to know how...
I was running out of time, so unfortunately this will do it for us. I believe this train is doubling out. It's lined to take the Mojave Sub and then head over the Cajon Pass. It's got a hard left turn and a little grade to head up before crossing the freeway and then continuing its journey north. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. This yard was a lot of fun to check out, and if you've seen any of my other yard videos, I'd love to know what you think about this one. Our next trip will focus on Hobart Intermodal Yard and a few freight trains that I caught along the way in the Los Angeles area. We'll also see the BNSF locomotive facility and Sitcom Yard just a little down the road from that intermodal facility. I hope you check it out. Until then, have a great day.